Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Cobra Kai, Episode 8. So, last time we had a very pleasant, just very winning episode. Both Johnny and Miguel had some huge victories in their what they were trying to accomplish. Miguel got the girl, like, just, he got Sam, and it's like, that's awesome. They make a great couple. Well, actually, it's more like Sam got Miguel, because she's the one who actually initiated the kiss. But either way, they're very cute together. And Johnny got Cobra Kai reinstated in the tournament. So that's going to be happening, and Daniel is not a fan of that. He was very upset. In fact, Daniel's really the only one who had any kind of true loss in terms of our main characters in the last episode, and that being losing to Johnny. If Johnny was going to win in terms of getting the reinstatement, Daniel had to lose. There was no other option. But I think it works out. I'm very excited to see where they go with this, and I assume that we'll get the tournament at the end of the season. We'll probably have these next two episodes to train up and prepare for it, and episode 10 will be the tournament, and we'll probably have Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai coming head-to-head once again. That would be my presumption, at least. I don't know if that's going to be where it goes, but we'll see. Either way, I'm very excited to check out more of this, so we're going to get right into it. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, and oh my god. Like, I genuinely didn't see this coming at all. Like, and maybe that's on me. Maybe it's just, oh, I should have seen this coming, or like, yeah, there was hints at it, but it's like, I thought, like, what he was trying to do with the motorcycle thing was, like, I thought that was real, not just some excuse he was making up. Because that sounds like something he would do. Why would I think he would go this far? Like, in what realm of thought would I have to be in to think that he would take it this far? Like, my god. Like, destroying a car, it's like, and everything, and even though he wasn't, like, on board with the Say on Fire thing, but even just destroying it, like, it's not the worst thing in the world you can do to someone, of course, like, but still, it's like, what the actual shit? I understand that Daniel doesn't like Johnny, and I understand that Johnny, in Daniel's eyes, is an enemy. But for Louie to take it this far, it's like, how could he think that was ever okay? How could he think that was the right move? Like, what the actual hell? And this episode, like, there were a couple of things that didn't go quite according to plan, especially when it's like, oh, Miguel, it's like, that was not what you think it was. But it's like things were looking up in a lot of ways. Johnny is getting his life together. He's cleaned up his apartment. He's cleared his debts with his father or his stepfather, and he's even trying to make up with his son, sending him a letter and everything to apologize. He's trying to right all his wrongs, and then this shit happens, and this is just going to drive him back. He realized all these mistakes he's made in life has fucked him over. That all these terrible things he's done has only led to his own misery. And he's finally been working on this, and because of Miguel and the Cobra Kai dojo and everything else, he's been able to, even just that moment with getting invited to the family dinner at Miguel's family's house, even just that did so much for him. And this is going to send him backwards. And I feel so bad for him because I've mentioned it before. I love the character development in this show. I love what they're doing with Johnny's character. They're adding so much depth, so much just honesty to him, that it's like you care about Johnny greatly. It's like you take this antagonist from one of the most famous movies of all time, hands down. You take one of the antagonists of that film, and years and years, decades later, you make a series that stars primarily him, with, yes, some other characters, legacy characters from the original movies too, but primarily him as the main character. And you turn him from just an asshole bully to this very in-depth, strongly written, phenomenally acted character that you sympathize for, that you care about, and that you want to see continue to succeed. And then in one move, you just not completely go back on all of that, but you hurt things. You hurt his development. You hurt his growth. And it's like, I get that it adds drama. I get that it adds a lot of depth to it in and of itself. And that's all well and good, but it's like, it's because I love this series so much. It's because I'm so invested in it that this fallback just, it bothers me. It gets to me. And again, it's not anything against the series. I'm not saying this is like any kind of like complaint, like real complaint. It's just one of those cases where it's just like, it hurts, but it hurts so bad, or so good, rather. It hurts so good because it's so well written and so well handled. And it's just so sudden. And especially after, like, you just see this scene of him writing this letter, and then just suddenly this happens. And because of that, it's just, like, so hard. It's so hard to deal with this because of all the growth we've been seeing. And it's just like, And it's not just with him. We've been seeing this growth even with Daniel. Through training Robbie, he's grown in his own rights. Robbie has been growing through this training. Miguel has been growing. All these characters have been growing. And then Louie comes in and says, let's fuck this up. Fuck Louie. Seriously, like, I've been watching reactions to this show. As I watch episodes, I watch reactions to that episode each week, right? So I've been watching reactions to the show. And the one character I constantly see these reactors hating on is the sassy friend, Miguel's sassy friend. I don't know his name. It's Miguel, Eli, and the other kid, the sassy one. I don't remember his name. But everyone's hating on him, calling him annoying and shit. And it's like, I mean, I guess I can see what you're saying, but I don't mind him. In a lot of ways, he's right. yes, he's a bit of a dumbass, but I mean, he's not like bad. But I never see anyone like saying anything about Louie, and Louie's been much more annoying. Louis, like, his entire hazing of Robbie and everything, it's like that's not necessarily a good thing. Especially when you're telling him to start a car in the middle of a crowded showroom that could scare people, like, and they could that could be seen as dangerous. It's like that's not okay. Of all the characters, he's definitely the one who's the most annoying. He's definitely the one who is the least likable. And after this stunt, it's like, yeah, fuck Louie. And again, I'm not saying that as a knock on the series or the writing or anything. Like, I say that in the most respectful way. Because clearly his character is supposed to be seen that way. Clearly his character is supposed to be annoying and a bratty kind of piece of shit, honestly. Like, that's clearly what they're going for. So it's like, I'm not saying that in any kind of knock to the series. I'm saying that in a knock to the character. It's like, Louis sucks. But yeah, and again, because this episode had so many good moments too, it's just that, and then the entire misunderstanding thing, which it's like, oh my god, that is such a tropey thing to do. It just is. The entire, I'm gonna see my girlfriend hanging out with some other guy, so I'm gonna misunderstand and think it's like that they're secretly dating, and she doesn't see me as like an actual partner and everything. It's like, that is such a trope. That's goofy. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to see where that goes to really get a grasp on how they handle it. But overall, it's like, I really did like this episode. It's irritating, again, in the best way, to see that ending. So we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. We have 2 more episodes left of this season, though. And yeah, afterwards we will be taking a break before going into season 2. We'll watch something else in the meantime. But it's blatant we will be getting to season 2. Like, I genuinely love this show. Like, we are getting to season 2. We're just going to take a break so I don't end up burning myself out or anything. So we're going to watch something in between, as we tend to do. In the meantime, though, tell me down below, what did you think of this episode of Cobra Kai? And thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.